Need more money, connections, associations, and what you would call a relaxed mind? Have you ever wondered why some folks are regarded as high flyers and successful people with results to show? You know the names. It's been found out that the difference between these high flyers and successful people is mindsets and how they think. Welcome to Baseline Beats with Benga. Here is this week's episode.
We are at it again. Welcome. You know, people mention and say that slow and steady wins the race. But if your start is faulty, don't you think your slow and steady might come last? Well, that would also mean that you'd have to depend on the flaws of others to make a leadway, and that's not good enough. It also means you aren't in charge of your dealings, which will affect your outcome. That's not good enough as well. Have you ever wondered why some companies or outfits keep making sales and others are at the negative end of the spectrum, just hoping to make the break when it comes to patronage? For some businesses, they keep getting this flurry of customers that it at times defies logic as to why it keeps happening that way for them, while others barely get by in terms of patronage. You need to understand decisions that people make and sentiments they have and display are not logical. Emotions are involved. Customers keep going back and back again to certain business outfits because, for what it's worth, humans are emotional beings. The easier your business outfit can appeal to those emotions, the better it is for you to keep attracting them and enjoy the patronage that you desire. So, what are these sentiments humans display and how can they be leveraged upon? Maya Angelou, an activist and artist, said, "People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Very profound. According to research, there are 6 distinct universal emotions. They include disgust, sadness, happiness, fear, anger, and surprise. These emotions are based on facial expressions that are recognized throughout time and human cultures. Those emotions are essential when it comes to making quick decisions in day-to-day activities. This is something your business venture must arm itself with. Our emotional reactions to internal and external stimuli actually cause a lot more of our behavior than conscious, rational ones. The famous delivery gap principle, as described by Bain & Company in 2005, says, and you need to listen to this, 80% of companies say they deliver superior customer service, yet only 8% of people think these companies deliver superior customer service. That's some insights in there. That begs the question, how do companies and where do they get their feedbacks from? There is a whole lot of disconnect according to that principle. Listen to this as well. 93% of brands know customers will spend money with the brand they feel most connected to. Only 38% understand why consumers choose one over another. And when it comes to consumer emotions, only 58% of brands interviewed understand how their customers think and feel. This is a research conducted recently and it's eye-opening. Here's the question again. How can these sentiments be leveraged by business outfits? We'll get into them after listening to this song, Bang Alert, by the group that used to be known as P Square. Stay here.
You say I do. Go tell your papa, say na me they come for you. Yo go go, kaije nange bishop na ega digo. Yo go go, Angel and K Bishop na if I digo. Today na today, and when I finish you go know say na me. As you did the delay, to prove my loving you must chop my money. Cause my bank alerts na bagam, my checking on the bounce, my mansion on a badam. Baby take a look around, my bank alerts na bagam, my checking on the bounce, my mansion on a badam. Make you take a look around. Girl, it's up to you, but I pray you say I do. Go tell your papa, say na me they come for you. Angel and K Bishop na ega digo. Angel and K Bishop na ifa digo. Like play. The person we want to feel run, they beg to stay. Them say I the grace, say which can love be this? They don't know how I feel. Baby say something, make we do something. Yeah, let me hear you say I do. Baby say something, make we do something. Yeah, baby muna gige bio. Cause my bank alerts na bagam, my checking on the bounce, my mansion on a badam. Baby take a look around, my bank alerts na bagam, my checking on the bounce, my mansion on a badam. Make you take a look around. Girl, it's up to you, but I pray you say I do. Go tell your papa, say na me they come for you. Angel and K Bishop na ega digo. Angel and K Bishop na ifa digo. Imano dirisi yo, imakwa oge mbido, imakwa efizinji yo, imakwa odinde mbido. Cause my bank alerts na bagam, my checking on the bounce.
How customers' emotions can be leveraged in business ventures is what I'm talking about. Let's get in on them then. Know that customers prefer buying brand name products over products from generic brands. The reason is this, and you need to understand this as much as possible. Recognized brands know the need to connect with customers on an emotional level. A brand is just a mental representation of a product in the mind of the consumers. Therefore, consumers are more likely to become loyal customers if that mental representation is rich with emotional content rather than just featuring the attributes of a product. Now, this explains why customer service is a whole experience for brands. You'd see that some want to create that atmosphere of home away from home for customers, provide them coffee, free internet access, and the likes so as to appeal to the customer's emotions. And you need to understand this. Customers are not exactly rational. They are emotional beings. In fact, to put it in a larger context, humans are emotional beings. And so, the earlier you realize that you should appeal to these emotions by ensuring that you put in place things that will appeal to those emotions. I mean, go to some big business outfits. They don't make their outfit about the product they're selling in its entirety, that is, but they focus more on how to appeal to the sentiment or to the emotions of the customers. You find, for instance, why some people are so crazy about a brand of phone as to another brand that has exactly the same set of features. Some would even tell you that they'll prefer to buy that one that has less features in it, even though it's more expensive than the one that has more features, but it's cheaper. Why? Because for them, it's about the brand brand, and it's about the emotions that they have serviced from that brand itself. Let's move on to the next point. Next is that business outfits need to realize that today's customers have the power to learn almost anything they want about a company. Social media has made this possible through engagements in myriad of topics that range from family to lifestyle to politics and so on, you name it. As a result of this, modern customers expect special treatment, and rightly so. They are armed now with knowledge. They want business outfits that are personal, responsive, helpful, and have contextual awareness. Let's break that down. To put those in simple terms, consumers want brands that treat them as friends, not as some customer who just wants to buy. Pay attention to sincere feedback from your customers. You see, you go online sometimes and you see business ventures that have this section that should not be toyed with. Feedback. In fact, for brands that are really serious about making a headway when it comes to sales and everything that has to do with their business outfits, they do not joke with that feedback section, because what somebody posts that goes viral can affect how someone else who is pretty innocent, doesn't know what is happening, has no idea what interactions might have happened between that customer and the brand, just takes everything and feels okay. This is exactly what happened. That's why there are legal cases that sometimes run for months, years, as regards feedback, especially when someone makes a false claim online about the feedback they have or they want to give about a brand. And so you need to ensure that you put that in place. Realize that today's customers have the power to learn about anything they want about your company. Next up after this, it is important to know that consistency is essential in all of these. Friendships are built on trust, and the same goes for the relationship between customers and business ventures. What they want is a predictable, memorable, and consistent experience at every touch point. Every time they have to interface with your business venture, they want that consistency, they want that predictability, they want that thing that will stay long in memory for them. Customers would always go back to brands they can vouch for in terms of consistency. They know what to expect and are sure they would get such. If you break an emotional bond with a customer, they would usually start thinking rationally. And in this regard, you should also realize that honest response from the business outfit is also very, very, very key. People love to go back to where they are sure and they know that they get the same experience over and over again. It has been said over and over again as well that people are usually very resistant to change. And that's because they've found something and want to just camp around it and ensure that they enjoy that experience over and over again. And the same thing is what you must put into consideration when you're trying to set up your business venture and your brand, especially at that point of interaction with the customer. Ensure that you're consistent, ensure that you're predictable, ensure that the memory of the customer is served right in that regard. You see, in the final analysis, allow customers act independently without restrictions or obligations, make them feel special, help them feel there can be a balance in life, help them feel overwhelming excitement and pleasure. That's it for today. Share your success story with me on social media at Ben_Lugbenga on Twitter and Instagram. And like you should get a mention, try to do Twitter first before you engage me on IG. Appeal to the emotions of your customers and make good money in the process. Of the background type, like P Square mentioned in the song. Have a day full of positive engagements. Be good.
Baseline Beats with Benga is a wrap for this week. For questions, concerns, and feedback, reach him on Twitter and Instagram at Ben_Olugbenga. Until Baseline Beats with Benga comes away again next week, keep winning and enjoy the rest of the week.